Hello guys, this is Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. In this tutorial, I'm just going to do my part 9 of system histology. So please make sure that you watch part 1 to 8 of this revision. So let's quickly start with the first slide. So if you look at the first slide, we have been asked to name the slide. So this slide is just the appendix. Label the parts A and B. So when you look at A is just the serosa and B is just the lymphatic nodule. Let's quickly move on and look at this slide. So please make sure that you watch part 8 where I have explained the other parts of the kidney. So make sure that you watch part 8 and also you watch this part where I have specifically focused on the cells that are found in the kidney. So this slide is just the kidney. Then label the part marked with letters A, B, C, and D. So A is just the pondocyte, and then B is just the endothelial cells, and then C is just the parietal cell, and D is just the mesangial cell. Okay, let's quickly move on and look at the next question. Name the slide. Name the slide. So if you look at this slide is just the skin. Label the parts marked with letter A, B, C, and D. So A is just the erector pili muscle, B is just the hair shaft, C is just the hair follicle, and D is just the sebaceous glands. Okay. The next slide is name the slide. So if you look at this slide is just the lung. As you can see, some alveolar sinus there, some alveolar cells, and you can also see the presence of the bronchus, pulmonary artery, and also the cartilage. So this is the lung. Label the parts marked with letters A, B, and C. So A is just the pulmonary artery, B is the bronchus, C is just the cartilage. Okay. The next slide has a question which is name the slide. So this slide is still the skin, and if you look at this slide, we are simply looking at the presence of the melanocytes. So the melanocytes are the ones which have helped me to identify that this is the skin. Label the parts marked with letters A and B. So if you look at A is just melanin, and then B is just the melanocyte. Remember, melanin is normally produced by the melanocyte, and the embryonic origin of these melanocytes, which are pigment cells, they just come from the neuroclast. Okay, let's quickly move on and look at the next slide. Name the slide. If you look at this slide, this is still the skin, and then label the part marked with letters A and B. So A is just the Pacinium corpuscle, and then B is just the melanin. Okay, let's quickly move on and look at this other slide. So if you look at this slide, this slide is just the slide of the skin, and then label the part marked with letters A, B, and C. So A is just the hair, and then B is just the hair follicle, and C is just the hair bulb. Okay. Then we have this other slide. The question is name the slide. This is just the lymph node. Label the parts marked by letters. A is just the germinal centers, and then B is the cortex, and C is the medulla. So it is in the medulla where you can see the medulla sinus and also the medulla cord, which have been discussed in one of the revision videos which I have already shared. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. This was Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Have a blessed day.